y'all? It's your boy WOLFSAGE coming, not live, but yeah, I'm just doing another daydream vlog. Just talking. The last video I was talking a lot about just the idea of daydream, the idea of what I want to do. I want to be able to inspire, create, do all that cool stuff, and also introduce ideas. So you know I want to talk about my thoughts on art and design. Because I feel like that should be the beginning stages of where I start, to where you know you can like understand where I'm coming from and all of this. But yeah, when I think of art and design, I think of just how science, art and design, and a lot of people even hearing that may not even like get the aspect of it. But dealing with art and design, a lot of people only in a lot of school districts, in a lot of colleges, a lot of people who teach art and design, you know, nowadays it's a big scope of things. It's more than just graphic design or typography, this, that, videography, all those all those trinkets that go into art and design. I've been to like what, two, three different schools, and it's just like you know everyone has their own definition of art and design. But for me, art and design is combining design through whether it's clothing, pants, you know posters, whatnot, design. And art is just art is anything, art is everything, painting, freaking drawing, all that shit. But design is more focused on the look, the aspect, how it looks. So like special on here, there's a reason why it's like this. There's a reason why it's curved and flows like this, because it's supposed to be able to appeal. It's supposed to be able to draw you in. You know, and that's what design is. It has to have a look to it. This poster has like a significant look that's different from this poster. I don't know what you guys can see. That's yeah, the skull, and that's like a solar eclipse, like a moon in front of the sun. Fucking love that poster. But yeah, that's how those sort of the difference between art and design. But when you combine it, it's everything is art and design. That's my thought. Everything is art and design, and that's just you know, no, shit changes in the future. So I'll be saying this right now. A lot of people be like, you kinda, but in the future they might be like, yeah, he was completely right. So I'm gonna just stick to that. Trying to change stuff, influence. But yeah. So what I think about art and design, I feel like this is a great sort of like uh, a great field, And I didn't think that I would be like really trying to get into this shit like that, because I was always just a drawer. Like I just got sketchbooks right now, just me trying to sketch some shit up, and it's just like this is what I was always doing for the longest, just drawing. Like you see in the wall, that's just drawings. That stuff, just all drawings. And art and design gives me when I hear of art and design, it lets me know that my art can have like a design aspect to it, where a lot of people just won't look at it as just art. They'll look at it as this is something that's you know artistic and aesthetically pleasing, but we don't just have to have, when it comes to design, we just don't have to have like words and you know straight lines and stuff. I love that shit. I love grid systems and all that stuff, being able to you know put everything into this small little box and stuff. But art needs to flow. Art needs to be able to flow on us, and we need to realize that art is a part of our mind, our imagination. It it is a part of us, so it should be able to flow on us and not have to be put through any constraints. I understand some constraints, but even when you look at a lot of these artworks today, like even with Off White and all that shit, like these, like that shit, all that shit isn't even in some sort of grid system. A lot of even people are putting a lot of stuff on their arms and doing a whole bunch of stuff. Art, there's like there's just pieces where people just make like buildings. They just make buildings and like statues and all this stuff, like big ass pieces, and those are forms, taking that's artwork taking a form and a shape, So, my goal and my thought of doing with art is to be able to bring it together and be able to, shape it to where, you know, hopefully in the future everyone will look at art on a whole different other level. Because when we look at all the stuff that's going on with the comic book industry and with the you know the comic book industry, mostly that, yeah, comic book industry, this whole superhero industry, animation, when it comes to like Avatar and Pixar and Disney and all them stuff, that stuff is really, it's a money making thing, but I also think it's going to be something that's going to be um, just an automatic thing when it comes to it. Like art design in these next couple of years is going to be crazy, especially when it comes to the music industry, because even now a lot of places are using creative directors. Like you have to have your own creative director. If you're not your own creative director when it comes to your music, or you have someone else, like usually it's your manager or someone, but check those dudes, because managers, just because you're a manager don't mean you're a creative director. Okay, you gotta check those dudes. But yeah, if you do have a creative director, or your own creative director, you gotta let your artwork not only speak through your music, but through cover art, through visuals and stuff like that, music videos. And a lot of this stuff we're getting into the whole like animation stuff. A lot of music videos. You have those red streaks going throughout the whole music video and all that stuff. And we've seen it over this last decade. Things have really changed. Even though the music may have gone low in quality, the artwork, the design, when it comes to how person you know shapes themselves, the way they look, the way they talk, the way they you know do shit. And yeah, so yeah, this it's a lot to be able to talk and shit, but when you're talking to yourself. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of in the mind state of doing. Yeah, I really gotta just put my glasses on. Yeah, just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, cause I'm looking around. I'm like, I can't. It's very hard to see shit in here, y'all. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's just influence people. I want people to see art and design as something more than just you drawing or putting pictures, making album covers and stuff. That stuff is a part of it, but there's a whole lot more, and a lot of people just don't know this stuff. They don't understand this stuff. They don't know that this stuff is out here, that you can just live off of your artwork and stuff. A lot of these indie like companies, these brands and stuff, when it comes to like of course the bigger ones like Supreme and all of them, but even the low to ground ones like FTP. There's Richeza. I actually know, went to high school with that dude, and he's doing his thing out there. Um, there's so many other even with rappers. They're starting to create their own brands and stuff, because they realize that, yeah, I have a face and I have a brand. I got clout and everything, so I could be able to, put my name or this and that on a T-shirt and do all that stuff. But when it comes to that upper echelon, when it comes to those Travis Scotts and all of them, those ASAP Rockies, when they put their name on something, or when they could put a brand on something like Off White or some shit, you know, there's levels, and I feel like there's going to be a lot more of these brands out there. I feel like a lot of them are going to come and go, of course, as we know, because that's just how it is. But I'm not trying to just be some like clothing brand. You know, I want that to be an aspect of Daydream, of artwork by Wolf Sage. I want that. I want Day Drip to be, or Day Drop to be, something more than me. You know, something that I want people to realize. I want people to see how things can it's like an effect. Things can come back and forth. It can evolve. So one thing, you can start doing this one thing, which may evolve in this other thing, which may evolve in the next and the next and the next. And it's all on building yourself. It's all on me trying to become better and trying to do different stuff. I'm doing the podcast, Daydream podcast. I do that off of the Anchor app, Anchor.fm. You know, I'm able to just talk on my phone like I'm doing now. I'm on my third episode. Check it out. Talking about some mental shit, just personal shit. And then I'm go into talking about stuff that I'm be talking about on here, which may go from art, design, ideas. I'm really gonna probably use this page to build on twins and day drip, and kind of like build my art channel like that, because art is a big fundamental thing like that. And I'm gonna see where the podcast goes. It might become something different. It might become just what it is now. Just me. But you know that's just me talking. I've been talking for like what, 12 minutes or some shit. You know, um, yeah, you know, what should I talk about more? Talk about something else? Hmm. You know what? Probably next video I'm gonna talk about my ideas for this comic. You know, it's gonna be I'm gonna talk about twins and all that stuff. See what y'all feel. See what y'all like. Don't be trying to steal shit too, because this is all recorded. So you could be all like, oh, I was just influenced by your ideas and shit like that. Like, nah, nigga. You see my shit on here, don't copy it. It's all cool with being influenced and be able to come with ideas, but we all know the difference between that and stealing, so, and plagiarism. So yeah, let's chill, y'all. Let's chill. Wolf Sage. Check out art page, Instagram at artwork.by.wolfsage. All right, see y'all.